The following portion of Daytime Blue Ridge is brought to you by
Hello and welcome to a very special edition of Daytime Blue Ridge. We are live here at AmRhein store off of Ogden Road in Roanoke. I'm Natalie Fonz.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Mike Wilson. Hope you're having a good one. As you can see, we are in this incredibly beautiful store. They have a little bit of everything, as Natalie has been busy discovering over the last hour and a half or so.
Well, I didn't want to waste any time, so the minute that I got in here, I told Chad, the general manager, that I was looking for a little something, maybe a little diamond. So he found me a really big one, and we took a picture of it and we sent it to my husband. So, honey, don't delete your email.
She came in the door and said, "I want to see the most expensive thing in the room," and this is the best part. This is the best part.
So we wrapped it up and we're going to put it under the Christmas tree.
It's $18,000 diamond, and he says, "Be careful, the diamond is loose." And she thought that meant the ring was a little loose.
Right.
No. The diamond was actually not in the setting. So as she hands the diamond back, no diamond.
We didn't know where it went.
We're all on our hands and knees looking for it.
Everybody's looking at me. I'm like, I swear I didn't take it.
Yeah, and everybody's like, yeah, right. And guess whose foot it was next to? It was her. Well, we wanted to take a look outside of the store. Take a look at this. They just redesigned everything in honor of their 90th anniversary. As you can see, it's not just the inside of the store that's amazing, kind of like Natalie. Aww. The outside is as well.
The inside and outside, the whole package.
See how I did that?
Oh, that's so sweet.
That was nice, wasn't
He also unveiled a new logo.
Yep.
Especially for the 90th anniversary. We have a picture of that. And tell us a little bit about the history, Mike, of AmRhein.
Well, they get a really interesting. They go all the way back to World War I in Roanoke. It's an incredible story, a story that began with a guy named Fred C. AmRhein. He learned the jewelry trade from his uncle when he was just 15 years old. He believed that Roanoke was the place for him to become successful. And jewelry, of course, because he started so young, had become his passion. So in November of 1921,
wow.
He opened his first jewelry shop downtown. That was on West Campbell Avenue, and it was at the time called FC AmRhein's Jewelers.
And then since then, the business has expanded to Salem and into bridal and formal wear, to building their very own winery that boasts 40 acres and yielding 20 variety of grapes. So from a small business in Roanoke to one-stop shopping for the bride-to-be, AmRhein's is poised to be as successful in the 21st century as they were in the previous one. And joining us now to tell us more about AmRhein's is the Director of Marketing, Brecca Spaid. Welcome to the show, Becky.
Hey, Becky.
Thank you for having us today.
We're thrilled to be here, especially me. Getting all my, what do you have, the wish list?
Yeah, gotta have it list.
Gotta have it list.
See, it's not even a wish list.
No, you gotta have it.
Right over the wish.
You don't wish for it, you gotta have it.
Right. See, I'm making it easy for my husband this year. So, Becky, from day one, this has been a family-owned business. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, as you were mentioning during the history, Fred began the business in 1921, so the 90th anniversary was just celebrated back on November 5th, so a few weeks ago. And I'm sure when he looked at Roanoke as the place to bring his family, he had no way of even dreaming that here we would be 90 years later, not only still following his path and his dream in the jewelry business, but that it would be in fourth generation of the family and that it would have grown to the divisions that are all part of AmRhein's now.
Let's talk a little bit about that growth. About 20 years ago, so 70 years into the business, you guys decide, you know what, we're not doing enough. We're going to get into the bridal business as well. What was kind of the catalyst behind that? After having been successful for something for so long, a lot of people would have said, hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You guys said, we're not only going to fix it, we're going to fix it better.
Well, it was partly in listening to brides and listening to things that they needed, fulfilling a niche, but also making it easier for them in one stop. You know, you get engaged, you need a place to go get your gown, then you got your wedding bands, bridal jewelry, everything for the wedding party. So it just made it a lot easier for the couple.
Made a lot of sense. Yeah.
Sure, because it can be overwhelming for the bride-to-be.
Sure.
You start with the jewelry, and then you're like, oh my gosh, where am I going to go for the gown and the bridesmaids, and it just keeps on going, and you have it all right here.
Right.
talk about the winery. The winery came into play in, what, 99?
Right. First wines were produced in 99, and then the tasting room opened to the public in 2000. I guess it came into play mostly because my father-in-law has a love for farming and a love for wine. So you marry those two and voila. But furthermore, a little secret, and you need to hound him on this later, he thought he could make it cheaper than he could buy it.
Not so much.
And then his little hobby turned into 3 vineyards and this many years later, so.
Well, it's a beautiful winery. I've been there many, many times. So, yeah, if you haven't been, you have to definitely check it out.
Definitely.
But, yeah, probably not cheaper than, you know.
Not so much.
Because your winery, a big part of why, you know, when Tim Kaine was governor, he said he really wanted to see this area become the Napa Valley of the East. And you guys are right on the edge of that, starting that all the way back in 99.
Definitely.
All right, good. We'll talk to you guys some more.
Right.
Okay.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you all for being here.
Yes.
All right, you're going to want to stick around, folks. Coming up over the next 22 minutes or so, you will see how far AmRhein's jewelry has come and what they have to offer in the 21st century that actually harkens back to days of old.
And as we mentioned, it's one-stop shopping for the bride-to-be, from the perfect dress to bridesmaids' dresses they will actually want to wear. We'll show you how AmRhein's is one-stop shopping for the newly engaged.
And if you are not exactly in the market for a bridal dress or even a piece of jewelry and are likely to find yourself in need of a nice bottle of wine at some point in your life, AmRhein's is the place to find not just one wine, but many fine wines. We'll tell you all about it when we return. Stay right where you are. You're watching Daytime Blue Ridge.